My personal formula for a perfect logo is maximum recognition value plus maximum flexibility plus fast memorability minus excess complexity. I try to achieve the best balance here. A sustainable and strong logo, custom-made for the client, the product and the target group. I want to show you some sketches from my daily practice so you can see how this looks like in the development process. Kubile is a medical device, a medical product for hospitals and care homes. It's called Kubile Monitoring Health. And after the briefing, I sat down and had a thorough brainstorming where I wrote down different keywords that came up in the briefing. And for every keyword, I tried to think further and develop new thoughts and new ideas and really wrote everything down that came to my mind. In the brainstorming process, it's always very important to really free your mind and to have to not have any limits, so you really get a lot out of the brainstorming. And this brainstorming is the basis for all the logo sketches that come afterwards. Kubile is a little foam pad that is placed underneath a hospital bed's mattress, and whenever there is measured data of the patient that is outside of the norm, this pad gives a certain warning signal to the app that is installed on the smartphone of the doctor. This can be something like the heart rate is not okay, or the breathing rate is out of the norm, or the patient is moving in an odd way so that he could fall out of the bed, things like that. So what is very important for this product is the topic movement. So my idea was to have a GIF animated logo to incorporate the thought of movement into the logo. So I tried different thoughts of when something moves, there is an alert message or warning signal. Also here, the E is giving out a warning signal. Here again, something moves, and then there comes a warning signal. Or here, certain letters are moving in a strange way, because when there is strange movement of the patient or strange data, then there is an alert message to the doctor. Monitoring health is called Kubile Monitoring Health because it's monitoring many different patients at once, at the same time. So my thought was also to have something visualized with many beds, and sometimes beds give a warning signal. So this is that idea. Or also this idea with monitoring many things, and sometimes you have an alert message with color here, or with these symbols here. Another aspect for Kubile was that it's a flexible system that can be expanded in future with further modules, because it will be able to measure even more data and health aspects in future. So my idea was to have a continuous E, or a plus sign at the end of the E here, or a plus sign. A cross also stands for medicine, for medical devices. So that was another aspect. Then I tried out different fonts. All in all, I have between 2,200 and 2,300 fonts in my stock, and I really look through everything, and then I print out the fonts where I think they could maybe go well with the whole brand. This is all just a test for me to see how the wording written out looks like and printed out. And these are the logo drafts that I then drew on the computer, illustrated on the computer, and presented to the client. I chose yellow because yellow is a warning color, just like red is also a warning color, but when you use red with medical topics, it's a bit like, or this is an emergency case, or blood, which is not so nice. So I chose yellow as an alert color, and yellow is also the color that stands for intelligence. And Kubile is an intelligence system, so yellow would be quite nice here, I thought. So these are just the different logo drafts that I presented to the client with some of my notes during the client meeting, during the client presentation. And this is how the final logo looks like. The next example is BUH, Bad und Heizung, which is German for bath and heating, a plumbing business. In the course of the briefing, the CEO told me that passion and love for the job is something very important that he wants to see in the new corporate design, in the new brand. And then I asked him how his clients call him, and he said they always call him Rädelbierger, which is Tyrolean slang for pipe bender. We are the pipe benders. So I thought something with a bent pipe in a heart shape to show the love and passion for the job would be a nice idea. So this is the thought behind this logo draft. Other logo drafts have more of a classic approach with pipes going into each other, as you can see here. Also here, with playing with pipes. Here again, this is also something that looks very bold. Pipes as a negative space. Also here. So as you can see, it's just very important to play freely, to run the mind freely, to be as creative as possible. Then a sink as a negative space, as the U letter. Here's some other drafts. It's just letting my mind run free. This is the most important thing. Or a water tap. I also tried different versions with a water tap that could work quite nicely. Radiator or drops. This is a logo draft that didn't make it in the end to be presented to the client because I thought that's just too much. But again, it shows that it's just important in this very early development stage to really have a completely free mind and to dare everything that comes to your mind, or to my mind in this case. Then I was playing around with waves, with water waves, heat waves, because water and heat waves also have to do with the plumbing business. And these are the logo drafts that I illustrated on the computer and presented to the client. All look very different, as you can see. The client went for this logo approach. Took him a while to get used to that in the beginning, but now he's very happy. Here I was playing with colors and water and heat, and the final logo looks like this. From all the logo sketches, I choose the, let's say, 5 best ones that go hand in hand with the briefing. I illustrate them and present them to the client. The client then picks his or her favorite one, and I draw it again on the computer with a lot of attention to detail and color it. If you want to know more about logos, I have another good tip for you. There is a video titled 8 Things That Make a Good Logo. I put the link to this video in this video description, and you can also find it in the tip section of my website.